man.
Secret, secret, I've got a secret.
Who hides behind a mask.
Secret, secret, I've got a secret.
So no one else can see.
Secret, secret, I've got a secret.
My true identity.
Hello, fellow YouTubers and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist fans. This is Mr. 10th Doctor here to present you Yami Yugi's deck. Before I get to that, I've got a couple things to say. One, I'm redoing the Pegasus deck into a specific Toon deck, and that is under construction, and that should be up within a couple of weeks. For the description of some cards below will be in the link below. You know, down there. And there are some forbidden cards in this deck, and you know, you use them or you don't. It's depending on who you play with. And this deck is not based off of any decks in the series show. It is just one I had thrown together. And why don't we just get down to it? To start off, I'd like to show you a case for this deck. Is Yami Yugi with the Kaiba dual disc and raw, or not raw, it's Slife in the background. Alright. This is not a specific card you don't have to have in the deck. It doesn't really do much. But the legendary pieces of the Forbidden One, or Exodia, when you have all 5 in your hand, you win the duel. Not much more to say. Choice to have or not doesn't really matter. Mid-Shield Gardener for defense, and when a card such as Nobleman of Crossout is activated, you just flip them face up and negate it, and then you can flip them face down your next turn. Here we got Princess of Tagursi. What I like about this monster card is the fact that each time, or not each time, but when it's flip summoned, your opponent loses 500 points of for each magic and trap card they contain. Man-Eater Bug. A lot of people know what that is. Destroy one monster on the field. Watapon, because it'll, if you draw it through a card effect, it'll be able to be brought to the field, and you can still summon. Whoops. Mask of Darkness. Bring back one trap card from your graveyard. Mystical Elf and Giant Soldier of Stone for defense points. 2,000 defense points each. Different attacks, but still quite worth having. This next card, I have 3 of him. Celtic Guardian. He tends to be my favorite warrior of all time in the show. And I do have a obnoxious Celtic Guardian, but I like the original cards the best. I've got 3 Warrior Delgraphiers with 1,700 attack, 1,600 defense. It's a pretty good power card. Up next, I've got 3 Dark Blades. Once again, just like Warrior Delgraphier for attack and defense. But not a bad defense, but 1,500, but a great 1,800 attack. Here you got the Summon Skull with 1 Sacrificer at 2,500 attack points. Here you've got Power Invader, which I'm not sure if he has it, but I thought I read something on it. And if your opponent controls 2 monsters, he can be summoned without sacrificing. Yugi's most famous card, the Dark Magician. I've now got 4 versions of this one, a couple of another, 3 of another, and 1 of the Arcana, and 1 of the signed version. Black Luster Soldier, Another famous Yugi card with 3,000 attack points. To finish off all my monsters, I've got the 3 Egyptian gods. These are the cards I was talking about earlier in the video. There will be a description of how to of their abilities in the link below. But each thing that they have in common is they can't be destroyed by the effect of a card, and each one's got their own unique ability, such as this one's attack and defense is like all your monsters put together. His attack is for each for each card in your hand times 1,000, and he is automatically 4,000 by 4,000, and they've each separate got their own ability, another ability or two, and I'll put the description in the link below. A Blackluster Ritual to bring out Blackluster Soldier. Swords of Revealing Light to stall your opponent for 3 turns. Kick it off with some equipped cards. Here I got 1 Axe of Despair and 2 Malevolent Nuzzlers. Axe of Despair is 1,000 points, and Malevolent Nuzzler is 700 points. Here I've got a Dark Hole. For when you're in a very tight spot, you're going to need a backup. We got a Monster Reborn to bring back a monster from the dead. I've got a Nobleman of Crossout to destroy your opponent's face-down monster. Hopefully it's a flip, so that way between both of you and your opponent, all that same monster goes to the removed from play pile. Here I've got my drawing cards. Pot of Greed and Graceful Charity. Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 cards, while Graceful Charity allows you to draw 3, but you must discard 2. Not bad, but I don't suggest discarding any Exodia pieces because they could help you in the long run. Up next is whoopsies. Oh, dang! 2 Dust Tornadoes, because I don't have any more Mystical Space Typhoons and they're all being used. Up next you have a Hero Emerges to bring out a monster from your hand when your opponent attacks. A Negate Attack to block your opponent from attacking for a full turn. Call of the Haunted to bring back a monster from the dead. And my last 2 cards are 2 Sacresty Armors. When your opponent attacks, the monster dies. And funny, this one's got more of a description than that one. Huh. Anyway. But before I go, please comment, rate, and subscribe. There will be more decks coming soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If there are any things you think I should add or take out of this deck, please let me know in the link or in the description below in the comment section. Or if there's any questions you have on this deck and how to duel, or any cards you want a suggestion for a deck, I will be more than happy to respond to one of those. And there's just one more thing I gotta say. Always bring a banana to a party, folks.